if I was to pay $570 and plus my child support for my son, that's almost $1,000. I won't have anything to live off of. I won't be able to get to work, get to school, take them to do what they need to do. I won't be able to get where I need to be able to be a parent.
So at this time, you're not sure whether or not he's making additional income on that job?
I don't know the amount that he's making, but he is making.
The whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I
Yes.
do.
Thank you. You can proceed, Ms. Phillip.
And Your Honor, this is a non-agreed child support review order. We do have a few agreements on the case and then a few non-agreed portions. I'll go ahead and announce the agreed provisions.
Okay.
The parties agree that they will be appointed joint managing conservators with the mother to designate the residence of the child within Dallas and contiguous counties. The father has one other child. Medical will be through the government plan. Medical support will be $173 a month beginning October 1st, 2023. There will be no family violence finding and no non-disclosure requested. The father will pay court costs as billed, and then parties agree to the visitation in the proposed order, which was 8 a.m. on Saturday to 8 p.m. on Saturday on the 1st, 3rd, 5th Saturdays of the month, 26 times. Then 8 a.m. on the 1st, 3rd, 5th Saturdays to 10 a.m. Sunday on the 1st, 3rd, 5th Saturdays, 26 times, and then the standard possession order. And then the other issues are not agreed to, which is the income of the father, child support, and retroactive support. So I'll go ahead and call the mother. The state calls Carla Stanmire. Ms. Stanmire, could you state your full name?
Carla Stanmire.
And ma'am, did you hear the announcement regarding agreed portions of this order?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you in agreement to those terms that were announced?
Yes.
Okay. And ma'am, the state found that the father's income was $3,858.33 a month gross before taxes. Do you believe that's incorrect?
That part, his main job, yes.
Okay, so you believe that's correct for his main day job?
Yes, ma'am.
But do you have reason to believe he makes more than that?
Yes, ma'am. He has another business.
And what is the other business?
He's a trainer. He's a personal trainer.
Okay, and how do you know that?
I used to train with him, and also on his Facebook page, he promotes himself.
Okay, and do you know how much he charges for personal training?
It's, I believe, $75 a month and $10 a session if you just drop it.
And do you know what he's making on personal training per month?
That I'm not for sure.
Okay, so at this time, you're not sure whether or not he's making additional income on that job?
I don't know the amount that he's making, but he is making additional.
Okay, so you do believe he's making more?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you have any idea of how much more he's making?
I have to estimate maybe 500.
And how do you know that?
We lived together and I was there.
And was he making that much prior to your separation?
That I'm not for sure. Because he get a base pay and he actually worked with another person that's there and she pay him monthly. So I believe she Zelle him, cash out him, whatever, but he do get paid.
Okay. And ma'am, The state had calculated child support at $540 a month based on his day job. Do you think that is the correct amount for child support?
For the day job, yes. Yeah.
But you think it should be higher to include the personal income, personal
Yes.
trainer income?
Yes.
And ma'am, the state calculated a retroactive child support judgment of $1,430. Do you agree to that judgment amount?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you had already given him credit for $280, which was reflected in that judgment. Is that correct?
Yes.
And that was for money that he gave you directly?
Yes.
Did the father give you a total of $600 after your separation?
He gave me a total of $600, but it wasn't for the child. $120 was for the child.
Okay. How much did he give you? What were those other amounts for?
Yes. So for the $443.40 before he left, that was in April, the end of April. That was for the car insurance. Because we both had car insurance together. So we split it up. And then for the $200, he put a hole in the wall and I got it fixed and he was giving me the $80 back. So that's the $120 for our child.
Okay. And ma'am, are you asking that he pay his retroactive child support judgment off at least $30 a month beginning October 1st, 2023?
Yes, ma'am.
Pass the witness. The state calls the father Cordarian Mathis. Mr. Mathis, could you state your full name?
Cordarian Mathis.
And sir, did you hear the announcement regarding agreed portions of the order?
Yes.
And are you in agreement to those terms of the order?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And sir, as far as your income, what is your day job?
I am a teacher. I'm a PE teacher.
Okay. And sir, are you also a coach?
Yes, I do coach
Okay. And what sport do you coach?
football and basketball.
And is that included in your income as well?
Yes, ma'am. In 3,800. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And sir, do you believe the $3,858.33 a month is an accurate reflection of how much you make?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a personal trainer as well on the side?
Yes, ma'am.
And sir, do you have additional income from working as a trainer?
At the moment, no, because of school starting back and all my clients work and I coach, so it's hard for us to meet up. So I don't have any clients right now.
Okay, so you're stating that you don't have any income from your personal training at this time?
At this time, yes.
And do you know about how much you usually make from it monthly?
So monthly, I make around $250. It depends on how many days I work out with the clients.
Okay, so you might make an additional $250.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and sir, I'm just going to calculate what child support would be based off of an additional $250 that you make self-employed. So just give me a moment to do that. Okay, so it looks like child support would be $572 if we include a $250 amount monthly. Would you be in agreement to the $572?
No, ma'am.
Okay, and is that because you think it's too high?
Yes, ma'am.
And sir, do you think the $540 a month is also too high?
Yes, because I pay for my other child support also.
Okay, and can you tell the court why you disagree to the child support amount.
Well, because if I was to pay $570 and plus my child support for my son, that's almost $1,000. I won't have anything to live off of. I won't be able to get to work, get to school, take them to do what they need to do. I won't be able to get where I need to be able to be a parent.
Okay, and sir, the state calculated a retroactive child support judgment of $1,430. Are you in agreement to that amount?
No,
And can you tell the court why you don't agree?
so the 600 should be added on to it.
Okay, so you think you should get credit for an additional 600?
No, the 600 from the 443 and the 200, yes.
Okay, and sir, was the 443 for, what was it for?
I had to get new insurance, so I did give her 443, but the insurance was $500 total. So that whole 443 wasn't for insurance. It was for half of the insurance. So it was 200 more to the baby, or should have been to the baby.
Okay, and did you also give $80 for,
The wall, yes, I did. Yes, I did.
and sir, has there been any family violence between the two of you?
No, ma'am.
Okay, why did you make a hole in the wall?
My son opened the door. We had a 2-car garage, and I parked too close to the wall. And my son opened the door real fast and hard, and it put a hole in the wall.
Okay. And sir, would you be in agreement to pay off the retroactive support at $30 a month?
Yes, if it was lower, yes, ma'am.
Okay, pass the witness.
Okay. Anything further, ma'am?
No, Your Honor.
All right, I am approving the agreements that the parties have reached regarding JMCs for both. Mother will determine the residence of a child with geographic restrictions in Dallas and contiguous counties. The medical, I believe that medical insurance is going to be covered by governmental insurance or governmental benefits. And Mr. Mathis is ordered to reimburse at the rate of $173 beginning October 1st, 2023. I note that there's no family violence, no non-disclosures. The father will pay court costs, and I'm approving the possession schedule that the parties agree to. At the conclusion of those two arrangements, then after that, the father will have standard possession order. Now, with regard to the father's income, I'm ordering that the father pay $572 per month for child support, and beginning October 1st, 2023. And the child support retroactive amount is, the court finds it to be $1,430, and that is to be repaid at $30 per month, beginning October 1st, 2023. I think, Mr. Mathis, you've already been informed of how the child support was calculated, and I believe you've already, they've noted that in the calculations that you have another child to support, and so that the support, you'll be making child support payments for each of the children. And I am ordering that you pay retroactive child support. Is there anything else?
I
No,
have a-
Judge, that was everything.
Okay. All right, folks, y'all have a good day and good luck to you.
All right.
Oh, one more thing. Did he leave, Mr. Mathis? Oh, Mr. Mathis, have you reported income from your personal training previously, tax returns? Wait a minute, let me finish. Did you get like not necessarily statement from your employer that you were paid? Forgotten the number of the form. Do you recall, Miss Phillip, for part-time work?
A 1099?
1099, thank you. Have you received that from the person that pays you for the training?
Not this year. We just started working together in January, so I wasn't able to put it on my tax return this year.
Did you receive a 1099 from them or from her last year?
No, we weren't working together last year. I was on my own last year.
So did you report additional income besides the school district's income last year?
To my taxes, yes.
Okay. And how much did you claim you were making?
It was maybe $2,000. Like, it wasn't a lot. It wasn't enough to get any refund or anything. It wasn't enough to keep the business afloat.
Well, you do understand that I didn't give you, I did not consider your personal training business in establishing the child support. You understand that, don't you?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand that you have to report that income and that even the child support could change.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.